Hello guys, welcome to the first channel. So today we are going to be looking at this bull market scalping strategy. Okay, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use strategy on your own to make money and the settings for the strategy. I'm also going to be discussing that with you guys. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also turn on post notification and type post strategy. You guys will be aware. So we are on our way to hit 5k subscribers. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new. Okay, and make sure you share this video to your friends and family. Okay, so that being said, let's proceed with the strategy. Okay, now firstly, I'm going to show you guys how you can use this strategy. Then we dive into the settings of the strategy. Okay, so let's talk about how you can use this strategy. And this strategy is very simple and it's a very quick strategy which you can be using. Now you just have to follow the step of the strategy before you start using it. Now, firstly, what you want to see in this strategy is that as I give you guys a strategy, I always talk about where you are going to take your profits and where you are going to set your stop loss, because that's important in the trading aspect. Okay, so don't just use a strategy without having a right stop loss and take profit for any strategy you are using. Now, how do you now use this strategy? Now, to use strategy is very simple and it's very quick strategy. Okay, so for the zoom level, before I forgot, and the zoom level should always be at the third zoom level. Okay, you can see the third zoom level, so that is the zoom level we are going to be using for this strategy. Now, how do you now use this strategy? Firstly, we want to pay close attention to our indicator in the one, okay, which you can see that right here, this is the RSI line, and the line that is the blue line is the Bollinger Bands line, and the line that is the black line is the moving average, and the line you are seeing now main chart is the moving average as well. So you guys have to know that down. Okay, so I will show you guys the settings once I'm done with the explanation of the strategy. Now, how do you now use the strategy? Firstly, we want to see two things. The first thing we want to see is we want to, as you know, right here on the RSI, we see this area stand for the overbought level, and this area you are seeing right here stand for the oversold level. Okay, so that is where this area stand for the oversold level. Now we are on crash, so we are going to be making use of this area right here. So this way we are going to be making use of. Now, what we want to see now, since we are on crash, we're looking for the buys. Okay, now firstly we want to make sure that we see this two line right here, the Bollinger Bands line and the moving average line, to come to these 10 levels of the RSI. It has to come to this area which you can see right here. So after you come to this area right here, the next thing you have to do is you want to make sure that both lines touch the 10 levels of the RSI, which you can clearly see it right here. Both lines touch the 10 levels of the RSI. Now after we see the touches right here, then the next thing we are expecting is that we want to make sure that we see the moving average cross above the Bollinger Bands after it touch the 10 levels. That's the second thing we are going to be looking for. We want to see that is the third thing, sorry. So we are going to be looking for the crossover to happen between the moving average and the Bollinger Bands. Now after the crosses happens, then the next thing we have to do is to look into our main chart. Now what do we expect in our main chart? We want to make sure that we see the price close above the moving average. Okay, when you see price close above the moving average. Now if you are a type of trader that you want to make sure you jump into a trade quickly, then you can enter a trade right at this candle right here, the candle that cross above the moving average, or you can just wait for a little spike right here, which you can clearly see right here. So you can just wait for a little spike, then after the spike you enter for your trades. Now this is where stop loss and take profit is important. Now let's say you enter your trade right at this area. After you enter your trade right at this area, you can see you have this two spike right here. Now this spike right here, if you are someone that is very not patient enough, you can close your positions. But if you have already set your stop loss and take profit, this will give you more confidence in your trades. And how does that goes? Then you enter your trade at this area right here, and your stop loss should be right at the spot. Okay, below this the last area where the price spike, and the take profit should always be above the support or the resistance area. So that is where your TP should always be. Okay, so that is how you can use this strategy for both TP, stop loss, and how you can use this strategy. Okay, so let me show you guys another example, and I'm going to do that on crash on boom indices. Okay, we have already talked about the crash, so we are going to dive into the boom indices. Now you can see right here, this is what we first need to see. Firstly, we are on crash, so we are looking to trade at the oversold level, which is this area right here. Now, what do we want to see? Now, we want to make sure that we see both the Bollinger bands and the moving average come and touch the 90 levels. Now, after they touch the 90 levels, then the next thing we are looking to see is that we want to see the moving average cross below the Bollinger band at this area. He has to cross, which you can clearly see it right here. He has to cross below it. Now, after he cross below the Bollinger bands, then we have already see 3 out of 4 confirmations that we need to see. Now, for the last confirmation we need to see, then we dive into our main chart. Now, when we get into our main chart, what do we want to see? Now, I want to see the price now come and break below the moving average. After the price come and break below the moving average, then the next thing we anticipate is to enter for our trade. Now, we enter for our trade with our stop loss above this area right here, and our target should always be right at the resistance area, at the support area, sorry, at the support area. That is where our take profit should always be. So that's how you can use this strategy to scalp using this simple step strategy. Okay, so that is how the strategy really work. Okay, so make sure you work on the strategy and make sure you also back the strategy and start using it on your real account. Okay, so let me show you guys settings of the strategy in a few minutes. Now, the first thing you want to do is to go to this icon you are seeing at the top. So when you click on the icon, then the first indicator we need is the moving average. Now, how do we add this moving average up? We click on this F icon right here. So when we click on the F icon, we scroll and search for moving average, then we click on it. Now, for the properties of the moving average, period is 5, the shift is 1, method is exponential, apply to close. Now, for the style, I always advise you guys to use any color of your choice or use the same color that I do. Okay, so click on save once you add the moving average up, and it's going to be on your main chart. Now, moving on to the next indicator, which is the RSI. So you can see the RSI right here. So how do we add this RSI up? We click on this F plus right here, and when we click on it, we scroll down, search for our RSI and click on it. Now, for the properties of the RSI, the period is 2, apply to close. Now, for the levels, we need the 90 and the 10 levels for the RSI. Now, for the RSI style, then we need the style to be as our background color. Then we click on save. Once we do that, and make sure you add color to your levels. Okay, so moving on to the next indicator, which is going to be the Bollinger bands. Now, how do we add this Bollinger bands up? We click on this indicator in the one F plus, we search for our Bollinger bands and click on it. Now, for the Bollinger bands, the property said the period is 20, the deviation is 2.00, shift is 0, apply to close, and decide using color of your choice and click on save. Once you do that, and you're going to have your Bollinger bands in your chart. Now, for the last but not the least indicator, which is going to be the moving average. Now, how do we adjust the moving average up? We click on this indicator on Y plus, we search for our moving average and click on it. Now, for the parameters, the period is 2, shift is 1, method is exponential, apply to close. Now, for the style, use the color of your choice and click on save. Once you do that, and you're going to have your moving average in your chart. So that is all the indicator we are going to be need for this strategy. And also add the indicator up, and this your chart is going to look like. So what left for you now is that start using the strategy to make your money. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on post notification, and type on strategy. You guys will be aware. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.